I'm Annabelle Upway, and I'm with the Nocturnal.
Hey, Annabelle, I'm Aaron.
Hi, nice to talk to you today.
Nice to talk to you.
The movie was such a great project, and obviously
Thank you.
it's structured around these like huge courtroom scenes. So I was wondering how you like built that and what obstacles you feel like you approached as a writer and a director when you're trying to put those together.
Well, both as a writer and as a director, I'm happiest in an enclosed space. They say that when you bring home a puppy, a new puppy, you should get a crate that's just big enough for the dog to be able to turn around in, but no bigger, because they like the security, like the comfort of that space, and I think I'm like that too. Um, uh, with the courtroom, uh, what I did was make the courtroom a lot bigger than the actual courtroom was. I wanted a big, imposing space where you could kind of feel the government coming down on these people. And if we're saying the whole world is watching, I wanted the whole world to be watching. I wanted a packed gallery. The and then there was you've got 11 lead characters in that room. And many of those scenes were not so much about the person who was on the witness stand. It was with Abby and it was with Ramsey Clark, Michael Keaton's character. But with everyone else, it's more about the coverage. It's more about getting Bobby's reaction to what's going on up there. It's more about getting the lawyer's reaction or Hayden's reaction to what's going on up there. So it was a matter of it would take a long time to shoot a scene because if I'm the witness, you're the lawyer, you're examining me on the stand. We don't just need the two of us, right? We need that coverage that I just talked about. We need the jurors. We need the people there. So I knew if I could get coverage that was interesting enough, I could build those courtroom scenes. Where it got scary for me was once I left the dog crate and was outside shooting the riot scenes, which were really battle scenes. And I'd never done anything like that either as a writer or the one time I directed before this. So that was pretty scary. But you got a lot of help.
Those are so, yeah, I love the riot scenes. And personally, one of my favorite scenes was outside of the courtroom, outside of the riots, was between Tom Hayden and Bobby Seale. And they were kind of discussing how the stakes were different for Bobby than the rest of the group. How did
Yeah,
you approach kind of portraying that distinction? Because it's such an important difference between him and the rest.
it is. That day that we shot that scene, um, and you'll remember that scene happens because Hayden and Kunstler come to tell Bobby that Fred Hampton's just been shot and killed. Just through a grim coincidence of scheduling, we shot that scene on the 50th anniversary to the day of Fred Hampton getting shot and killed. And what was otherwise any other day, it was a very joyful set. Everybody was having a good time and felt like they were part of something good. They liked each other. So there was a lot of laughing and high-fiving, but not that day. It was just a much more somber and sober thing. I think partly out of just respect for this is the 50th anniversary, partly out of respect for Yaya. Um, because the other half of that day, that scene with Bobby was what we shot the first half. The second half, we shot Bobby getting shackled, before he's brought back bound and gagged. So hours and hours of Yaya in the chair being shoved back in the chair by guards, by U.S. Marshals, having his hands grabbed, rag stuck in his mouth, all of that. So you asked me how I approached it. I approached it this way. I didn't step in and give any direction on those scenes unless it needed it. Just the slightest. And frankly, I don't remember the scene between Bobby and Tom. I don't remember them needing any direction.
Oh, interesting.
Yaya owns that scene, right? Doesn't need me to tell him what's going on in that scene. I need him to tell me. Um, so I let Yaya and Tom and Mark Rylance be the great actors that they are. I just essentially staged it, told them where to sit, and they took it from there. With the shackling, um, I went back and forth in my own mind between, like, at first I'd go to Yaya between every take or every two takes, just to say, "You okay? Everything good? You all right? You want to take a break?" And he'd say, "No, no, let's go, let's go, let's go." And then I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't be coming to him at all. I mean, listen, he's a professional actor. Maybe he wants to be in this place where nobody's helping him out or anything. So I let him lead me through those scenes.
And it worked out because it was really gripping.
Yeah, you think Yaya's given a good performance?
Yeah, everybody was really into it. I
I'll
honestly,
say the whole cast was fantastic. I felt like when I got to work in the morning, like somebody was tossing me the keys to a Formula One race car.
yeah, you got so many great professionals, and I feel like I learned a lot from the movie, and I feel like everyone else will
Oh,
too.
that's really nice to hear.
Awesome. Thank you so much for talking to me
Thank
today.
you. It's my pleasure.